Hey guys, I'm back with another video. This is all the stuff I picked up in the last couple of weeks on eBay. Got a lot of cool stuff, didn't pay very much for any of these except for one which I'll talk about later. But let's get right into it. Picked this up for my Gary Moore collection. It's this Rock Saga's interview picture disc. None of his music unfortunately, it's just an interview. But it was still pretty cool and I spent like $5 on it. It's got some cool pictures on it. I mainly bought it just to hang it up on my wall or something. I'll get one of those record frames and frame it with this side because that picture is really cool. So yeah. The next up for Gary Moore, got GForce, his studio album from 1987. I hadn't actually listened to this before I bought it, so I listened to it and it's a great album. This is a UK pressing on the Jet record label. I have quite a few of his albums. I kind of have a list made of all the albums I need, and I'm getting down to the last few of his 80s and 90s albums. Then I'll work on like all the CDs he put out in the last 20 years. Then next up, Scorpions. This is pretty cool. It was made in 1980 in Germany. It's called Rock Galaxy The Scorpions. This is a reissue basically that they did, and they put the albums Fly to the Rainbow and In Trance on a 2-record set. The reason I bought this is because I didn't have In Trance on vinyl, and it's one of my favorite Scorpions albums ever. I'm a really big fan of the early Scorpions stuff. I like the later stuff that they did, but Uli Jon Roth is my favorite Scorpions guitarist just because he has such a great sound. And after he left, their music just kind of went downhill. I mean, I like some of their stuff, but early Scorpions is where the stuff to really listen to, and it's, like I said, a German import on the RCA label. The next up for the Scorpions, I actually won this for $10. It's pretty beat up, but I just wanted it to kind of have because I've been looking for a copy of it for a while. But the seller actually included this for free. It's a Scorpions sticker. It's from the Alien Nation single, I think, because that's what the video thingy looks like. So he sent that for free, so that was super cool. And what it is Scorpions Tokyo tapes. This is the Korean pressing with the rose cover with the scorpion on it, and on the back it has like a sword blade through it. Like I said, it's pretty beat up, but I only paid $10 for it, so I'm just happy to have it in my collection. And it's got these really cool inner sleeves that say RCA on them. They're like the Korean RCA inner sleeves, and I'll show a close-up of the label. So yeah, I saw that and won it for so cheap, and I was really happy to get that. The next up, this is actually a reissued album. I'm not a huge fan of reissued albums. I'd rather have the original, but this is one of the cases where this album was released in the height of CDs, I guess, and they didn't really put out a lot of copies on vinyl, so the original copies or original pressings are pretty expensive, and I ended up winning this for like $10. So it's a Music on Vinyl Rory Gallagher 2012 remastered series pressing of his album Fresh Evidence. He put this out in 1990. This was the last album he put out before he passed away, and it's a great album, a great follow-up to his previous album, Defender. I couldn't think of the name, sorry. But inner sleeve's pretty cool. Got a picture of him on it, and then it's got his whole record catalog discography right there. And the album is on 180 gram vinyl. It's got a cool custom label on this side, and the same thing on the other side. So I'm happy to have this in my collection. I'll probably try to track down an original pressing eventually, but this will do for now. And next up, the next couple albums are Dokken. This one's pretty cool. I hadn't seen it before, and this is the only one I've ever seen, and I ended up winning it for like $2, surprisingly. It is an interview. Jim Ladd did a show in 1985, like a radio show, I think. And he interviewed a bunch of rock stars and bands and stuff. But this is Dokken, 1985. It's an interview with Dokken. Not sure if this is like a radio station promo, that's why I haven't seen it or whatever, but it's great. And this is actually the audio that I uploaded onto my channel, so go check that out if you want to. Next up, we got Dream Warriors, the single, the 12-inch single. I already have a copy of this, but my copy is a promo copy, and as you can see, it says that it has the song Paris is Burning on it, and the promo copy, surprisingly, doesn't have that song. It just has Dream Warriors and Back for the Attack. So I ended up buying a regular pressing just for that song. Only spent like 10 bucks, so that was cool. I don't care if I have doubles. And then the last thing is the one I spent the most money on, like I said. I spent close to $50 on this. This is the most expensive record I've ever bought. So yeah, but it was worth it. You don't really see it pop up very often, and I wanted to have it. It is Dokken Unchained 1985. This is a live bootleg that was recorded in Long Beach Arena in December 1985. I was really hoping it was going to be a soundboard recording when I was waiting on it to get here from Japan, because there was no audio from it anywhere and I couldn't find it. So as soon as I got it, listened to it. Unfortunately, it is a very good audience recording, so it doesn't sound terrible, but it could have been better. But there's not a lot of early Dokken good sound quality recordings out there, so this is definitely cool to have. And it is on these custom labels. It's really cool. It's got their logo on one side, and then on the other side it has the track list and everything. I think these are Japanese pressings because a lot of them that I've seen on eBay have come from Japan. I'm not 100% sure, but still very happy to have that in the collection. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. As always, please like, subscribe, comment, favorite, share, whatever you want to do. I really appreciate the feedback. I'll talk to you guys in the future.